Hey, this is Karen Voltage with the Pure Power Channel. Thanks for listening. Today I want to share with you something that God revealed to me during my time with God. And I also feel that the Lord has been prompting me to actually share what He gives to me via this platform. So here we go. Now today's topic is to listen or not to listen. That is the debate. And this is about men and women and who do we listen to. So I was doing a meditation on Matthew 26, and as I was reading, the Holy Spirit was prompting me to flip to different scriptures. So He led me to Genesis 16, verse 2, and this is where Sarah comes to Abraham with a proposal to take her female servant as a surrogate because Sarah was barren and had not yet had the promised child. So basically, Sarah was taking matters into her own hands instead of trusting God, and this was not God's plan. So in verse 2, 16 verse 2, at the end it says, and Abraham listened to the voice of Sarah. So the thought process is, the man listened to the woman and it didn't work out good. Okay, let's go to Genesis 21 verse 12. Now the word says, but God said to Abraham, whatever Sarah has said to you, listen to her voice, for it is through Isaac your seed is called. Okay, so in chapter 16, the man listens to the woman and causes problems. Then we have chapter 21, where the man listens to the woman, but then he's like double checking himself, thinking, I shouldn't be listening to the woman. I should make my own decisions. But God steps in and says, listen to her. Okay. Now, as a woman, I have personally experienced not being listened to because men point to chapters like Genesis 3, the books of Timothy, and Genesis 16, but they don't consider Genesis chapter 21 and the underlying foundation of what's going on here. Who do we listen to is the debate. So let's fast forward to John chapter 4, verses 7 through 42. This is the story of the woman at the well. Now, this is a story about a woman who's made a lot of mistakes in her life. First of all, Jesus is talking to a woman, and that was a cultural boo-boo in those days. Not only that, but she was a woman from the wrong side of the tracks, and that was like cultural taboo. You just don't talk to the Samaritans, and especially the Samaritan women. So the disciples are going, what are you doing? Yet it is to this woman that Jesus shares some of the most powerful scriptures that we find in the Word. Specifically, chapter 4, verse 24. God is spirit, and those who worship Him need to worship in spirit and truth. As a result of Jesus speaking to this woman, a whole city listened to her, and a massive revival broke out. One more verse the Holy Spirit wanted me to note, getting back to where it all started, was Matthew 26, verses 6 through 16. Here, a woman goes into a room full of men and pours a flask of costly perfume over Jesus' head. Now, besides the fact that this took a lot of guts, please note verse 8. The disciples were much displeased, calling this action a waste. Jesus rebukes His disciples. Not only that, He tells these men what this woman has done will be spoken about as a remembrance to her in all the world. Jesus honored the woman who took initiative and did what she felt led to do. So what are we to do? Tell women to be silent in the church? Tell women they can't teach men? Tell women to step aside and let the men lead? Tell women we can't listen to their voice? I have an alternative. Let's let God lead. Let's let the Holy Spirit lead. And let both the men and the women be led by the Spirit, and let God be our judge, not each other. I hope that's helped. It's ministered to me. This is a ministry I feel the Lord has led me to do. And to support myself, I have a home-based business. If you have been praying for a way to earn more income, like I was, you might be interested about what I am doing. I show people how to use a simple system to create an excellent income from home or, quite frankly, anywhere. And to learn more about that, just click on the link below, fill out the form, and we'll be in touch. All right? Thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.